Hello, Keystone students and families. So, today we're going to be talking about something that is near and dear to my heart. My name is Haley Wagner. I'm an instructional supervisor at Keystone, and we'll talk about quail crackers. Just to clarify, these are crackers made for quail to eat, not crackers that involve any type of quail in the ingredient list themselves. So, we're going to talk about and look at some quail crackers. So, first and foremost, these are the ingredients that go into my quail crackers. So on the right there is a little jar of sourdough discard, and on the left is a bag of oyster shell flour. So oyster shell flour has a lot of calcium in it. It helps whenever the egg shell is producing inside of the little quail bird to make it thick and strong so they don't crack. So everything just comes along nice and easy. Whenever you try to crack an egg, if the shell's really thin, there can be problems or they can crack easier. So that's one way we try to make the quail eggs even stronger. And sourdough discard is effectively just flour and water that has been allowed to ferment. So you leave it out, it gets bubbly, as you can see here in this picture. This is whenever it's flat. So sourdough discard will grow and get bubbly, and it'll make all these bubbles because the natural yeasts that come into it start eating up all of the flour nutrients, and it'll bubble and then it'll fall once it eats all of that. This is what we're looking at here is that fallen sourdough starter. You're mixing the sourdough starter with the quail oyster shell flour, excuse me. So once that gets all mixed up, you can see it in the upper left-hand corner. It still kind of has the white, but it's turned the mixture gray. On the left-hand side, I take a piece of parchment paper, I lay it down, I dump all of this mixture on it, and then I fold it over and I use a rolling pin to get it really thin. As you can see in the bottom, it started to dry. And effectively, that's just what I want to do. You don't really bake it, you don't do anything, you just leave it out on the counter and you let it dry. And then you can pull apart these crackers, and they are just really good for the quail. So let's feast. I do have a video just showing you the quail gobbling these up. So I'm gonna go ahead and just let you hear all their little numbing num num sounds that they use while they're eating in this next little video. And with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, pop them down in the comments. If you want a more specific recipe, pop that in the comments. If you've ever done anything like this for your pets or your kind of farm animals, write that up in the comments. I love to hear from you guys. This has been an awesome thing. I just have these quail for the past few months now, and it's been a really rewarding experience. So please let us know if you found anything like this and bring some joy to your day. Have a great one.